Oh, yo. Which is to say, hello. In so many ways. Oh yeah, I gotta bring it up on... Hold on, nobody type anything if you're there. Don't freak, I gotta bring up chat on my phone. You're not allowed to say anything. Alright, there it is. Wait, it's connecting, which is not... Well, now I gotta see if that's even gonna work. Hold on. Hold on, everything's a nightmare, and I'll fix it. Alright, now I can... Now anyone, if anyone is out there, can say it. Alright, what was I even working on last time? Oh, right, it was this one. I gotta draw the lines of action. I gotta do something with this sleeve, because it is bothering me. The lines of action I might have to figure out once I discover what that... or how to manipulate the ruler tool to allow for that kind of thing. And I'm definitely not watching YouTube tutorials on stream. I already did that with animation when I was trying to learn Krita on the fly. So we will simply not be doing that ever again. I don't have to anymore. I've gotten Krita out of my system. Krita, I don't know. And it's gotten to the point where I don't care, because I don't have to look at it anymore. Patooey. 1 second of animation in the base version of Clip Studio. Disgusting. But I never have to deal with that anymore. I'm sure if I was a social media loop artist, I could just crank out a billion 1 second animations and make billions of dollars off of it. That's what people do. That's like prime fodder material for YouTube Shorts, so I could explode on that platform. Alright, so I should draw the faces on these people. Finally give them what they need, such as eyeballs, perhaps. I guess technically you don't need eyeballs. There are blind people, and they do just fine, so it's like, you know. I guess you don't need them, per se. Same thing with ears. They're not vital organs, is what I'm trying to say. We all know. If the eyes were vital organs, that would be a huge mistake on God's part, I would think. We would literally become the cartoony video game villains, where our weak spot was on display at all times. Just a big old freaking eyeball. It's like, oh yeah, just hit him there to kill him. Easy. Black eye would be a fatal injury. Lethal. Baseball would be outlawed as a sport. Somebody clocks you with a fastball in the eyeball, you're dead immediately. Although that could probably happen in real life, depending on the pitcher. There's that guy who iced that bird with a fastball in an MLB game? That's crazy. Destroyed it, obviously. It was like a puff of feathers, if I remember correctly. And that video is just nuts. It's like a 1 in a billion chance of anything like that ever happening. It's gotta be. How many pitches have been thrown in the entirety of baseball over the course of human history, and how many times has a bird been obliterated by a fastball? It's gotta be up there in numbers. The statistics are probably insane. I don't think it would... If it was... Larry Bird is a basketball player. But if he was a baseball player, I think he should have been the guy to have made that. That would have just been... Like, I don't think anything... We would have just... I would have confirmed to myself that we live in a simulation if that was all true. But it's not. It's just a hypothetical. What if Larry Bird was a baseball player? Was the baseball player who destroyed that bird with a fastball pitch? That would be pretty funny. Not for the bird, obviously. I don't know, maybe the bird would have taken it better if there was a little bit of irony like that at the end of it. Like, God's just like, well, you got killed by Larry Bird. And the bird was like, well, you know what, at least somebody can get something out of that. Why does he look so different in this panel? Is it the nose? It might be the nose. Yeah, that was a little bit of it, I see. We can just do it on this layer. Oh god, this song. Does he look so different in this panel? He's making me pronounce words wrong. Trying to figure it out. Sorry, I mean pronounce. I was bringing up this. What does your face look like? Normally his eyes are a little smaller. That might be the problem. You need smaller eyes. That usually fixes it. At least a little bit. It's all about proportions. He still looks weird, I'm just gonna have to accept it that he's gonna look weird in this panel, but I don't know why is the problem. Maybe it has something to do with the facial shape that I'm just not perceiving with my eye. My one big eye. It's the only one I got left. The other one got taken out. Back in the war. This is canonical, by the way, but nobody's here to document it, so... Subject to change, tentatively, the lore. I really haven't even written anything in the about. There's like an about me panel that I have, and it's just empty on my Twitch banners because it's just funnier that way for now, and also because I don't really actually care about VTuber lore that much, or PNG tuber lore in my case. So if I ever make something up, if you ever see anything appear there, just know that I spent like 2 minutes on it one day because I was bored, and I decided to put it up there. I don't have to do a whole marketing campaign for the debut of my new model or whatever. First of all, because I'm not going to make one. Probably for a while. I don't know how to do live 2D stuff. And I definitely don't know how to do any actual 3D VTuber stuff. Nor do I think I want to do 3D VTuber stuff. It always looks a little uncanny. Also, I don't have like an iPhone, which I believe is the one with the face tracking software that most VTubers use. Could be wrong about it. I'm sure there's other options, but I've heard that one's like the best. One of the best options you can do. And it's just like, I don't like Apple products. They suck. They're bad. They literally just figured out how to put a USB-C port on their phone. I know they did it for proprietary reasons beforehand, but I like to think that it's just because they didn't know how. Up until this very iteration of the iPhone. Because that just makes more sense to me. Never attribute to malice what could be explained through stupidity. So is Apple really just a greedy corporation that decided to make proprietary chargers so you had to buy their dongles? Or are they so stupid that they didn't figure out how USB-C ports worked until right now? I think it could be up in the air for either option, or both options. Both options is actually even better. That's probably the funniest outcome. Is that they designed a proprietary dongle because they couldn't figure out USB-C ports. The rest of your face. There it is. You know, I think it is. I think I just found it. Or at least part of it. That forehead was a little too pronounced. Yeah, that might have been part of it. Maybe his mouth is too low? What the hell is going on? At the end of the day, I will have to move on at some point, but I just want to know what's... Maybe the mustache is too high. Let's just try literally troubleshoot this man's face until I figure it out. I think that is gonna help though, because that mustache was like up there, dude. It was up in the nostrils, which is not... Well, actually, I've seen some photos where people do really just grow pretty much just hair all over the upper lip. Is that a glissando? When the They just on the piano. Yeah, that right there. Alright, let's flip him. He already looks bizarre in this panel, but maybe it'll just figure itself out. And he actually doesn't look as bad when I flipped it around for some reason. This eye is a little large. Maybe it's too high as well, just a smidge. That looks better. And after we do these faces here, I can move on to something else, which is to say another page. As if it would have been anything other than that. I still don't know what's wrong with it. It'll have to do. The speech bubble will be better down here, actually. It might, which means I would have to fix this whole deal. Maybe it is the... You know, I'm gonna merge all this stuff against my better judgment. I think his hair was just way too tall. It's part of it. Not big, just too tall. And that should be good for that. We'll put this down here. Will I? I don't know, actually. Maybe I'll put it up here. Because that flows into this other panel better, which is where the dialogue needs to go anyway. Whoops, this needs to be like so. Let's do it. Actually, you know what she could use? No, I was thinking, like, where is, it's right there. Okay, you know what, she's done. Perfect. I love discovering I've accidentally already drawn an asset I was going to make. That's amazing. boy. Yeah, this VOD is not happening. This is what happens when nobody's here to tell me that I didn't swap off of my starting soon screen. Fuck. Alright. Yeah, I'm not gonna let that see the light of day, for both embarrassment reasons and also that's like just garbage. Oh my god. Alright, so that does happen occasionally. Maybe once every like 8 streams I will do that. Hey guys, I've been drawing this whole time. Not that anybody would know if they were here. Because, oh my god, I was on the starting soon screen the whole time, like a jag. Oh my god. You know what? Thank God nobody's here, honestly. Fuck that. Absolutely brain-rotted individual I am. Good lord. Professional streamer. Zotan. Alright. Well. Yeah, I'm not even gonna... Fuck, dude. Everything's awful. Oh, man. Absolutely idiotic maneuvers being displayed here at Zotan HQ. Their quarterly 3 profit margins are already pretty much in the tank. We already know we're gonna need a miracle to get ourselves out of this one. You could tell they're ruined because he said quarterly 3 instead of quarter 3. He doesn't even know what he's talking about. Business is failing. The quarterly 3 sounds like a really obscure JRPG title, I will say that. One released on the PS1. Square Enix backed it with like $4. Mishokai, thank you. Stopping in here to say I love your art style. I'm glad that you were able to see it, because up until like 5 minutes ago, I had my starting soon screen up, and it looked just like this. So, thank you for stopping in the brief window when I managed to actually live stream my art, to say so. Appreciate it. I'm very professional at streaming. It's you can't even tell that it's just a hobby that I do. I always wish when people said stuff like that I had somewhere to direct them with this freaking comic, you know? If someone were to stop by and be like, oh dude, I love your art, I'd be like, oh yeah, here, this is part of a webcomic I'm making, but unfortunately I don't have any pages out right now. So really I'm relegated to saying, yep, thank you, and that's all I can provide. That eye is definitely too small. This is where digital art comes into play, where you can just take your failures and then just fix them immediately. I have done the trick with traditional art back when I did a lot more of that, where I would take my sketches up to the mirror in my room. Because I have like my closet, the doors are like sliding mirrors, so it's really helpful to just like hold up my sketchbook to it. I don't gotta take a picture with my phone and then flip it, and that's like a whole thing, so I don't gotta do that. You will when the time comes, stay creative, don't get discouraged. Well, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm powering through. It really is just a matter of time, and me being a very slow creator. Some people, they just whip out these comic pages like 4 a week. Or like full episodes, you know? But they, in their defense, And also in my own defense, they have like full-time schedules for that kind of thing. I'm only putting in like a couple hours a day for this comic. I do wish that I had more time. I don't like how every Nier music playlist on YouTube, if you try to get the relaxing songs, instead of just playing the relaxing songs, they just always play piano covers of them. It's like, I don't want piano covers, I want the original. Occasionally I'll find one where they do that, but then I keep forgetting which ones actually did it correctly. You know what? I'm gonna go look for one right now. Get out of here, Piano Nier. This is relaxing Nier remixes. See, they can't just play the song. They're always just piano covers. Get out of here. What about this one? This is just ambience. What the heck? Get out of here. You could just upload an hour of standing in the like opening area, and then just call that ambience in music. I mean, I guess technically you're not wrong. These are remixes. Yeah, I'm gonna find this. I swear to God. Rain and Voices. I do remember that. Let's do this. This one's 28 minutes long. Can nobody upload a good OST version of Nier music? What if I just take relaxing out of the title? Okay, you just gotta... Alright, we'll just use the actual OST. Good. Try to take me out, Square Enix. I don't even care. I don't even get paid for this. You can't hurt me in a way that matters. Let's move that pupil down there. Now this is good. See, this is so much better than just the piano cover of this song. Half of the fun of a Nier soundtrack is the vocals, so you can't just get rid of that. Flip, let's see what her face looks like. Ah, see, this is why we gotta do that. Eyes too low. And maybe a little too small as well. Dude, that's nice. That's pretty good. I do not like, however, if I may be so bold as to say, this right here. Let's adjust that. And he is bending over, so I really should have this overlap of the fabric be more pronounced. Oh no, I'm getting into the weeds of the line art again. I must quickly stop myself. We have to move on. This eye is also a little, yeah. I see you there. I see you, your peeper being off kilter and whatnot. Flip the canvas. Alright, so I think with all of that said, we can now move on from this page. For now, until I go look at that ruler and figure that out. Let's see what we were working with our thumbnails. We had this one, which we've done. We did this one. Actually, we could open that one up because I don't think I drew the swords back there. And I'm talking in a very truncated fashion right now. I don't know. Yeah, that won't take too long. I can probably just whip those out. Whip out those swords. I shouldn't say it like that, but I could do that very quickly. And then there's this next page, which I have not worked out the intricacies of, which I think I can figure out what those two panels are going to be. And I'm thinking this one's going to be a bit more of a different angle than what I've depicted here. I want this kick to recede the opponent into the page there, compositionally. Let's check this one. Could do this page, that wouldn't be too bad. It's a lot of background work, but it's never really stopped me before. So yeah, let's try this one. What are my action sequence pages actually called? So that I know what I can call this one. This is called 2, so this would be 1. Okay. File. Whoops! File new. Not animation. Actually, I need to. Yeah, I just need to file open my template. What are the panels? 1, 2, 3, wide, small, nothing. Okay, 1, 2, 3, wide, small, nothing. And we'll just cut this 1, 3, and wide, small, and then we can delete the bottom. Okay, good. Okay. I think I actually divided these perfectly into thirds somehow, just eyeballing it, which is very impressive for me. Just the small, actually, just so I know what we're dealing with. Okay, so oh, also, I have to do this when I do that. Go here, object, don't snap to other frame borders, and I gotta do this. Alright, then we can save this as action sequence 1. there's this comic I've been, or that I found on Tapas. Let me just make sure I'm getting the name right. It's called Honeybee, and I checked it out for a little bit. And one of the things that I actually learned within the first few chapters of that was how that they're pretty good, the creator of it that is, at using these smaller panels. They're not afraid to use them as sort of as a part of the sequential element of the comic, as in progressing time through the sequence of paneling. Like, usually in my head, I get it stuck in that when I do an establishing shot, or any shot that would indicate that time has passed, like a landscape or whatever, just a shot of the environment, usually. That's like comic lingo for time is elapsing. I would usually relegate it to like a big open area here. It's just like a force of habit. And when I think about it, I don't really even know why I have that ingrained within me, because they do the thing where they do that. But they'll like, take this panel, for example, and I wanted to like create a significant sequence, or time break between these three panels and this big one here. They would just do the whole landscape thing, just confined within this little space. There's like the sun, there's like clouds or whatever. And the environment would just be just a little snapshot of the environment, as opposed to this giant, grandiose landscape, which is what I always do. And I just, it's got to be like whoosh, and then there's like a mountain, and then there's trees. And it's like, I think there's definitely room and application times to apply both of them, but I think I really need to familiarize myself with this little snapshot passage of time technique. And it's I didn't even really expect to learn anything by reading this comic, but everybody does something in just a slightly different way, and I think that was something I took away from that comic in particular. It was very interesting to note. To just be like, oh, I don't have to go out of my way, essentially, to sort of communicate the passage of time in these like hyper, almost like cinematography type of ways, where I have to like establish an entire shot dedicated to it. You could just do it like, whoa, I dropped my phone. Phone is recovered. All right, but yeah, where you're like, where it's like a whole song and dance, where I'm trying to figure out, oh great, now I gotta fit in room for this whole establishing shot so that time has passed and we know what environment we're in. It's just like, no, you don't have to. You simply don't have to do it like that every time. Also, I gotta do my wide shot here. Here we go, there we go. You know what? I might bring up an example. If I can find one. Yeah, banger song. Let's go. Let's freaking go, dude. God, I wish the Tapas website didn't suck. Yeah, I'd probably have to look for one on my own. Oh shit, they made another series. No wonder this one popped off so large. They had a series with like 500,000 page views. Oh my lord. I didn't even realize. Yeah, I'm looking at what they do. They do it a lot where they just slightly skip ahead. But it's communicated so clearly that I don't even notice it. Which is how you know they're doing it right. If someone's paneling stuff in a way that you don't even know to appreciate, that's how you know they're doing it correctly. I just wish I knew what the heck I could do to apply such techniques here. It's not even like the most mind-blowingly advanced thing in the world. I'm just like, I haven't done it before, so it feels alien. And I'm trying to absorb. I'm trying to become an art sea sponge at the moment and just figure out how to do that. Become the sponge. I'll get back to drawing in a second, don't you freaking worry about it. Or will I? It's all a clever ruse. Yeah, I'll look for that on my own time. There was a particular panel I was trying to find, which I know is wild to try and do on stream when there's like a comic with multiple, like hundreds of pages out. But I'll find it. I'll bloody find it, I will. Oh, but Jesus. Freaking find it, won't I? Ah, my timer froze. I was wondering why it didn't look like I spent nearly as much time. Oh, we're at a freaking ass 20 minutes later than I thought it was. I just time traveled in the worst way possible. I hate when that happens. Thank you, Twitch. Thank you for not functioning like a normal piece of software, or whatever you are, whatever you could be called. Is a website software? Does that count? Is that how that works? No? I have no idea. Garrow would know. They did IT. Honestly, the upside to this, and I've been wrestling with this fact myself, but the upside to if I don't manage to release this by the end of the year, which was my goal, but the project has since expanded a little bit by way of this action sequence, such that I don't know if it's even feasible to do so. But even if that doesn't happen, it's the reasoning behind why I didn't, or wasn't able to, if it comes to that. Where it's, as long as it's because that I had more to do than I originally thought I would, that's fine. It's as long as it's not a result of laziness. And also, it would help me because it would mean that I have a larger buffer before actually beginning, you know, the sequential release of these pages. Which would be nice to have, because what I want to do is, before I have to take any breaks for, you know, essentially getting another chapter ready, which will have to happen at some point. I almost give this dude a normal ear. What the hell is wrong with me? He has elf ears, alright? Zotan, get it right. But essentially, before I take any, like, breaks to get another chapter queued up, or at least in the process of being queued up. I would like to get through Chapter 3 of this comic before having to announce any sort of delay between chapters. Because Chapter 3 is my favorite one. And it's not even, I haven't even started working. I just know the script is going to be fun to get through. There's a lot of interesting little character moments for the OCs that I have. There's going to be an interesting action sequence. There's going to be some inciting incident type stuff. It's going to be fun. Some conflict established. Some themes, some atmospheric stuff going on. It's going to be good. I think Chapter 3 is going to be a fun one whenever I get there. Keep in mind, this is Chapter 1, which I'm almost done with, and then Chapter 2 I started making a long time ago, so that one's already had a significant level of progress being made for it, and I'm going to use that, basically that chapter, as the majority of my buffer for working on Chapter 3. That's just how I think it's going to pan out. And then when we get to Chapter 3, the difference in time between when Chapter 4 comes out, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh, this goblin doing all his goblin things. Sup, Halber, how's it going? I was caught in my mid-rant about how long it's gonna take to make this comic. I think after we get through Chapters 1 through 3, I'm gonna try and do basically one chapter at a time. Which is to say, like, that'll be how I get these seasonal things released, or whatever. Not like seasonal, because, you know, I don't have that kind of workflow, but if, you know, whatever the closest equivalent to that is. How are you doing, Halber? What are you doing as well? Explain yourself. Goblin Slayer Season 2 came out? Interesting. It's weird that you would bring that up to me specifically. Is that a threat? What's wrong with you? How dare you say that to me? If you know, Halber Slayer Season 1 is coming out very soon. Opa. Technically, Halber is very made in Abyss. I see. So it's already happened, is what you're saying. I'm always too late with my good ideas. I got 2 seasons and 3 movies about it, true? I always wonder how much more, or how much more well-respected a Goblin Slayer would be if it didn't have its first episode. You know? Like, if you're gonna throw that kind of shock value into your series, you gotta make sure it's really hard to justify that kind of thing narratively. Without it coming across as you're just doing it for shock value, which unfortunately Goblin Slayer Season 1 did not do. Given all of the discourse I've seen online about it, of people being like, if you just get past the first couple of incidents where that kind of thing happens, it's actually a pretty solid show, you know? It's got interesting tactics involved with the protagonist, and how he handles taking on his enemy. It's like really good world building and stuff. But it's just like, golly, man. You're gonna throw so many people off of that trail when you open your show like that. Berserk didn't even open that strong with its depictions of grotesque acts, if you wish to call them, to put it politely. It was showing the goblins aren't as easy as they say it is to kill. Yeah, I know, but it's like, oh boy, there are other ways to show that too. It probably would not have alienated such... Now, granted, I don't really have a problem with it. My favorite series of all time is Berserk. So to say that the opening of Goblin Slayer would be, like, too much for me, that would be very hypocritical and just a lie. I can handle it, but I know that a lot of other people use it as grounds for, like, oh, that show isn't even, like, good. It's just using that kind of thing for shock value, and then it's like, whatever. Then it just becomes a weird harem anime, but it's like, none of that actually happens from what I understand. The people who actually talk about the show in a positive light, I do like hearing what they have to say, because there's been some cool stuff that I've overheard. Like, everything is a practical, like, even the Goblin Slayer, the reason he has such garbage weapons is because if a goblin ever got a hold of him and he died, he doesn't want them to become stronger. It's like, all that stuff's cool. I like that. He doesn't use any magical enchanted stuff, because if he died in the field, that would make his enemies better, you know? It's just a lot of cool stuff like... You're a redo of a healer fan, aren't you? No, that's dog shit. I watched, like, basically the... Up until the point where everyone was memeing about it, and I was like, yeah, that's really about as bad as I expected it to be. So stupid. Redo of a healer is so dumb, I hate it. It had now, like, literally every redeeming factor I said about Goblin Slayer, which is like that there's something beyond the acts of, let's just say, sexual aggression. Let's use some flowery language to say it in a semi-polite way. Like, Redo of a Healer has none of that. It's literally just the most, like, revenge, incel fanfiction garbage that I've ever seen in my life. It's like, oh my god. I don't care how quote-unquote justified the main character's actions are. Like, if that's the whole point of the series, I don't even care. I don't even want to be there. Dude's breaking fingers and impregnating people, and it's like, what am I even... Who is watching this? Why? This is not even a barely disguised fetish. This is just a hentai that somehow got an anime adaptation. And not even one of the good ones, alright? Yeah, but, like, you know, with the part when he started slapping the lady's face with his meat rod or whatever he called it, I don't remember. It's like, I was really just like, people are defending this here. This is the series? People are like, no. This is the hill I will die on. This is quality entertainment. Anyone who says wrong is a woke leftist or something like that. I don't know. I don't know if that's the argument they use, but it sounds like a show that would have that kind of fan base that would make that kind of argument for it. It's too straight for... It's a little too on the nose, which is to say, the meat rod. Get that away from her nose, you weirdo. It's not where that even goes. Pretty much just a porno, yeah, basically. From what I understand, I have not actually looked into it, but apparently there's like a whole orc gangbang scene, and it's like, that's just like, what we're going back to Goblin Slayer Episode 1. Again, with none of the redeeming qualities that Goblin Slayer actually has. And it's like, orc gangbang is like the most overused trope in that kind of media. I watched it, it wasn't worth it. Yeah, I believe it. I'm sorry that you invested time into it. Sometimes you just gotta see where it goes, and, you know. I unfortunately have a very low tolerance for, fan service-y garbage, especially when it's like that, to that degree. Fan service by way of, you know, sexual, what do they call it? Sexual aggression? To put it even slightly, delicately. Which is something that, Redo of a Healer could never put anything. Not an ounce of delicacy at all. That series. I think I watched the clean version. I didn't even know they had one. So what you're saying is the production studio, not only are they dumb, they're also cowards? Interesting. They couldn't even just stick by their guns and have the dirty version be the only one out there? No, no. If you're gonna do that for your show, you don't get to ride the fence and do a clean version, alright? Nope. I think that's a coward's move. You don't get to do that. You gotta live with your decision. You gotta learn today. This is the real world. There was still sex? I believe it. It's just like anime, right? The anime equivalent of that. Censored, yeah. It's like a Queen's Blade, which I know nothing about, and don't even ask me. Anything else about Queen's Blade. Don't ask me about Queen's Blade and what actually happens, and as if I would have known anything that had... Like, I watched... What do you think? I watched both versions of the show? No. I didn't, except I did, but I didn't, alright? Honestly, Queen's Blade is, like, so weird. Because it's like, it clearly wants to be a rated 18 show, but it's, like, so heavily censored for just what I can assume is no reason at all. Pretty much a 4TV version, yeah. It's weird that some anime studios, they just give themselves so much turmoil by trying to just like do these. They're trying to get all these shock value views on streaming services, but then they have to make all this extra effort to have it actually air on TV. It's like that what was that show where the people are just like trying out different monster, basically just banging different monsters or like seeing different like brothels or whatever? I don't remember. And there was all like, they were just turning into a bunch of, where they were like engaging with a bunch of different creatures to see who was the best at it, you know? What is that show called? And they aired that on TV, and I wonder how much they actually got away with. Yeah, I looked up anime where they bang monsters, and I got interspecies reviewers. That's the one. Yep. That one got a TV adaptation. For some reason, even though the whole premise of that show is reviewing monsters in a very specific way. I wanted to see that one. I'll admit I have not watched that one, because I really just don't see how the plot could go any deeper than what you would expect it to be. It would probably get tiresome after like the first 3 episodes, I would imagine. But I don't know, I haven't seen it. So maybe I'm just talking too harshly here. From the clips, it looked like a comedy. I see. So that's how they fill their time. Yeah, I guess I shouldn't have expected like a deep, heart-wrenching drama from interspecies reviewers. So it makes sense that that's the other element of it, aside from the boning, is just comedy. The Angel was worried the entire time they'd learn he also had female parts, since they review mostly female monsters. I see. Isn't there like a whole episode, though? Where they turn into ladies? I seem to recall that floating around. I think that was one of the more egregious episodes in terms of content, which is why it became so prominently displayed online. Yup, okay, that's what I thought. So they could have just done that, and then Angel could have said, oh, it's just a lasting side effect from that time we did that thing, you know, then problem solved. I am a genius. That's why I said mostly female monster. I see. Did a review male ones that episode? Well, you gotta, simply, right? That's just like, there's only so far the premise can be stretched. You gotta have a gender bend episode, for sure. Makes sense. How long have I been alive? I can't even tell. Alright, we got time. Did look like a good comedy. I mean, I'm sure it could be fun. I don't know if I'll put it at the top of my list for stuff that I'll watch anytime soon, but I wouldn't count it out entirely. Hour 22, thank you. Yeah, my timer froze on my app, so I have no idea what's going on right now. It happens from time to time, and today is no different. I'm always glad when I get to draw these tiny little people, because the line art goes much faster for the tiny little people than it does for the big old people. I don't even have to draw faces on them if I draw them far away enough, so that's nice. filling the room with random garbage here now. I need to figure out how to make rooms build up better. Maybe I just make this particular part bigger. It's Thursday, my dude. What's up, Steak? Welcome in. How you going, mate? What are you doing? Currently, at this very moment. Answer now, please. Immediately. For no reason. Anyway, I have my text document open. That's unrelated to you. Don't even worry. Oh, typing? Okay, good. 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 All according to plan. Anyway, more important than Thursday, it's also Swan's birthday. If you're fixing to, say something to her. I know, like, a bunch of people did yesterday. She must have got rated like 40 times yesterday. Really? Yeah. It's for truth. That's the real truth. And nothing but the truth. I gotta move this plank now. It was funny too, because when she was getting raided, she she would go off on a speech about how nice people were being, and now she would be like trying. She would feel like almost unable to repay that kindness sometimes, and she would spend so long being nice to the previous raider that before she could end the stream and actually raid the person she wanted to, that person would come in and raid her again, and then she would repeat the process about 3 times. It was very funny to see. Sounds like Swan. Yeah, she spent so long being nice that she could not raid other people, and instead they decided to invade her stream before she could do it to them. It was very funny. It happened multiple times in a row. It simply would not stop. While you're here, Steak, would you like to see the thing I made for Swan's B-Day? I think you might appreciate it as well. You played Devil May Cry, right? Or at the very least, you are aware of it? As a video game? The original mostly? Alright, that's enough. That's enough context. Hit me? Alright. Basically, all you need to know is who Virgil is, which I'm sure you do. Big old don't taste bro there. I wonder if I could just open it in Clip Studio now that I'm here. I'll have to pause my music. Yup. Yup. And then you also punch him. Okay, I'll kill him. I mean, not really, but I guess I do have to do this now, I think. There we go. That ought to get him. Alright. He said it, but basically all you need to know for this gift to Swan is that Virgil is a character in Devil May Cry, and he has a voice actor. And I'll say no more. Let's do this. Oh, I need my timeline to actually play the day. Is there a keybind for this? Okay, no. We'll just do this.
Greetings, Swan, from the first son of Sparta. I understand that October is not only the month where you put your resolve and composure to the test with intentionally frightening gaming activities, but that it is also the time to celebrate your achievement of yet another year of existence in the realm. First, stay motivated through the scares, and secondly, may your birthday
That's dope, thank you.
many, many more, as each additional year brings wisdom, and this is power. May your birthday celebration be filled with foolishness, Swan. Foolishness and joy. All the best to you in all of your endeavors, and may you be the storm that approaches any obstacle that lay in your path, frightening or not. Now, flock off, Featherface.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. Dan Southworth, by the way. Legendary dude. He did most of the improvisationally. Did she flip out? She absolutely did. Which was great. That was the intended... Oh yeah, I forgot I did that. Which was the intended result. But yeah, that's what I did. And I thought it turned out pretty good. Oh, now I have the freaking timeline open. Get out of here. I wonder if I can... There's just like so much negative space is the problem. I need to move this over. You scoot yourself. Put them on a third axis or something. Actually, I think this lady is too small now. I was looking for excuses to acquaint myself with the Clip Studio animation timeline, and I figured, well, I have this cameo now from the Virgil voice actor. I might as well use it, and so I did. But yeah, he improvised. I gave him like a few lines, like 2. And then he did most of the other stuff for that. Now, Cameo, they tell you not to, like, feed the actors or the celebrities or whoever you're trying to get cameos from a script. And they encourage you to try and let the actors be themselves. And I figured if anyone's gonna be, like, acquainted with a character and, to trust their judgment, it's gonna be the Virgil voice of Dan Southworth of it. He definitely knows what he's doing when it comes to that character voice and what that character might say to people. He's been playing that character for decades at this point. Not like continuously, but over the course of his career. You got Virgil in DMC4, DMC3, DMC5. He knows what he's doing when it comes to that character. So I gave him a couple lines, and then he did most of it. Just purely off of the dome piece, I'm assuming. Went to the hells to learn what they were all about. A real method actor, absolutely. A real method actor. Which is what you said. Actually, when you asked did she flip out, she did, but I didn't provide you the proper context. After the stream, when she finally managed to go offline somehow, I'm not entirely sure what happened. It's all a blur. I think she was live for about 72 hours, which is insane because the days don't even last that long. But then she tells me in Discord, I hate you. I can't believe that, right? Like, what? I go through all this trouble, and then she says I hate you. Like, what's the deal? The nerve. I can't even begin to fathom. The people these days. Toxic is what I'll say. In a single word, toxic. Saw an actual jerk confirmed. I know. And I can't believe it took me this long to finally understand that. I didn't believe the horror stories of the people that have met her at conventions being like, oh, she's so tall and imposing and she beat me up and she threw stuff at me. I just didn't believe it, but now I guess I am the fool. The signs were all there. Every time she comes back from a convention, she talks about a homeless man that she beat up, or something like that. The most recent convention, she talks about how she stole a table from 2 other artists in Houston. It's messed up behavior. I'm surprised she still has a career, honestly. It's crazy. I saw her punch a kid. I mean, that's just funny. Kid was just standing there and Swan just let him have it. Absolutely walloped him. Listen, I'm not gonna say that I am a stranger to watching kids get absolutely decimated. That's like one of my favorite TikTok subgenres, is people taking one of those like rubber gator balls and then just pelting them at a child. Just like, ooh. Kids just, oh. just throw it, and it makes the noise too, just every time. Just parents actually abusing their children. It's a very good TikTok subgenre. Then she just dabbed and crab walked away. Crab walked? I didn't even know that she could do that. She talks about, like, barely being able to, like, stand correctly. Did she have, like, a whole posture coach or something? Posture trainer? Crab walking, she must have been making significant progress, I guess. For sure, kids getting clobbered is never not funny. Don't take that out of context. Or do. I think one of my saved videos to my favorites is a kid beating another kid with like a plastic water jug. Kid beats sibling to death with a water jug is the title of that video. I'm gonna pick the one where that's not the title. Let's do this one instead. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. He's bludgeoning him. This is mad. The freaking noise is wild. Oh, jeez. He won't stop. How long is this video? Oh, man. The final no please is so sad. Oh my god. Did I just witness him? Levi, no please. Gunk. Silenced and killed. How many views does this have again? 93,000. I'm glad that I'm not the only psychopath to watch this. Maybe we don't judge Swan on the kid clobbering, but the rest is valid. Yeah, everything else is completely valid. Where's my music? There we go. Alright. What was I doing? Comic? Right. Comic. Trying to figure out how much of this I want to be here. If I just knew how to make this foreground not look so empty. For my B-Day, can you get the guy who invented the Crunchwrap Supreme to give me a shout out? That dude's a G. Hold on, let me look up. The Crunchwrap. Lois Carson always wanted to find a new way to fold a tortilla. Life's like an experiment to me, she said. For 23 years, when she worked at Taco Bell as a product developer, she thought about how a tortilla might be wrapped around taco fillings in the shape of a hexagon. Well, 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 it appears we might literally have a name to go off of. Lois Carson, you say? And you assumed it was a guy. What's wrong with you? No, it's fine. Oh! Steak, we don't have much time. This woman is 73 years old. We have to do this quickly. Who knows when something could happen? It has to be like next year at the latest. Get her on the phone. What are you doing? Oh no, I didn't know she was 73. How do I get her? How do I contact? Where's her agent? How do I contact Lois Carson? Hold on. She's on LinkedIn. I guess I could bug her on LinkedIn, this very busy businesswoman. Food industry leader struggling with how to communicate with your team, bringing others along. Are you a food industry leader struggling? I coach leaders on improving their leadership. Imagine what she'd think. Hi. My friend is a huge... And I would be using my, like, actual personal information to contact her. Oh, man. I would probably ruin my own career. You know, what if this is my in? What if this is how my graphic design career takes off, is from this? That'd be so stupid. I don't know if I would want that. My buddy just, like, really loves Crunchwraps. Can you say something for his B-Day? Sorry, I'm just reading this article now. We're patient. We play the long game, Matthews said. It's all about this restless creativity. She put down her burrito. What am I reading? Is the New Yorker even real? What is this website? The first thing I ever came up with 18 years ago was the quesadilla. The lowercase quesadilla, of course, was likely invented in Oaxaca hundreds of years ago. This is the capital Q quesadilla from Taco Bell. It was a huge success, and I was like, oh crap, now I'm gonna get fired. I've peaked. Oh man, inventing the quesadilla for Taco Bell. Motorshaw, who is British and has been with Taco Bell since 2003, said, this article is just so stupid. Why even incorporate, why even say that? You don't have to say who is British, in case you needed to know. Talking about Gorbachev in this article? This article is crazy. I'm gonna read this after stream. There's just too much stuff going on here. What the heck? Taco Bell's Innovation Kitchen, the front line in the stunt food wars. What a dope article. And I don't even have to make an account to subscribe or anything. I can just read that stuff. That's nuts. Shoutouts to the New Yorker for very dumb stuff. God, I'm actually so mad that I'm enjoying myself this part of the stream, because I spent the first half hour of the stream stuck in my starting soon screen, and I didn't know because nobody was here to tell me how stupid I was being. So now I just have, if I upload this, I will have to live with that embarrassment or edit it out, and I don't want to edit it out because I was talking the whole time. So now I have to live with the shame again of being stupid, which is not new to me. It's just I would rather not keep repeating it if I don't have to. I've been dumb before. As indicated by the fact that I'm seriously considering contacting Lois Carson for steak bits on twitch.television. If it didn't, that just keys into me that I have not been cured of my idiocy. That's not dumb. You're right, it's noble. It's actually cool and smart to use my actual personal information to contact a Taco Bell, like, upper-level executive employee. I would contacting Lois be dumb, because it would be me. Like, you gotta understand, I don't have a LinkedIn account. It's Zotan, at zotan.twitch.tv. I would be using my real name and my real, like, business prospects and connections on LinkedIn, and that would be how I would be interacting with this woman. You read it? They helped with Gorbachev or what? I don't think that's what the Gorbachev part of the article was about. I think he's just too tall. Is this the thing? That might be it. Hello, Proof. Welcome in. Would you like something for your birthday? That probably sounds bizarre out of context, but you know, we're just talking about it, so you might as well. Is there like a famous person that I could reasonably contact that you would like a shout out from for your birthday? Sorry to put you on the spot with you might need if you need time to think about it, I understand. For example, Steak Bits over here wanted a contact, or a shout out rather, from the person who invented the Crunchwrap. And I did find out who it was, and they have a LinkedIn page, and I could very easily just hit them up. And bug them in their very busy schedule. So they're gonna get the Crunchwrap inventor on the line as we speak? I don't think that's gonna happen like that. Kai Uwe Faust. All right, let me look that up. Oh my God, who is this? The ex-Christian pagan vocalist? Oh my God. Is this the same person? I'd love for her to wish me a happy birthday. Is this the same person? I found a dude. Oh, hold on, there's another one. I found a lady. Wait, this isn't a lady. What am I looking at? Is there a specific one that you can help me find? Maria Franz. That would be easier to find? Alright. Alright, there you go. I found this one pretty easily. She was in Vikings. That's pretty sick. Yeah, Kai Uwe Faust is just like a dude for all the searching that I'm doing. I can't find the lady, but I can find Maria. How to contact... She has a LinkedIn as well? Or is this a different one? Are you this? You're a different one. But she does work for TV production, which is very funny, considering the other Maria was in a TV show. Maria Franz from Highland. This one appears to be a little bit more challenging. I'll do research into it though, because I think it would be very funny if I actually managed to pull literally any of these shoutouts off. That would be nuts. You know who you can contact? And I learned this from the My Brother and Me TV show. You can contact the Knights Templar. You know, the people who know where the Holy Grail is. You could call them. They have a phone number, and it's on Google. And you can talk to them. And you can actually, like, inquire about joining. Oh, really? Yeah. You could literally talk. I'm gonna call it. You can do it. They say the first step to joining, if the TV show is any indication, is that you have to become a Freemason first. And then there's probably some other, like, you know, rituals and whatnot that you gotta do. Some cultish behavior. But you could join the Knights Templar, theoretically, in the modern day. If you wanted to. I feel like I just woke up from a bender and I didn't even drink. Yeah, you're high on life? Swan, is that how you feel right now? Give me a shout out for my demons, that'd be awesome. This is where my demons hide. Screen. Nice. As well as the Avett brothers and Mike Campbell and the Dirty... Dude, what the hell? You got a crazy life going on over there. Willie is still just rocking out. I didn't know he was, like, still out and about doing tours and stuff. That's pretty nuts. 90 years old. Jesus Christ, dude. Shoutouts to Willie Nelson. One of my uncle's favorite musicians. At the Outlaw Music Festival? Ah, I see. Came by ATX not too long ago. Nice. At 90? I know. What the hell? Chuck Berry, like, he had to be escorted away from concerts because he, like, physically could not play the guitar due to how old he was getting. So the fact that Willie Nelson can still manage to do it is crazy. This song is so sick. I don't even know how they, like, the way they syncopate even just, like, playing the songs. Like, even just every note is so truncated and so defined. I love it. No hammer-ons, no pull-offs, they're just playing every note. It's crazy. No tapping. Well, I think there might have been some tapping. Now that I think about it, there might have been. I can't remember. I'm not watching the video right now. I did not have to wrestle any drunk cowboys or cowgirls. Well, then it's like, what are you even doing? So it's okay. That's the fun part. I had my gloves and everything on, ready. Oh, man. Yeah, that sounds like the best part of the job. Wait, hold on. I have this dude's face over here. What do you look like in profile? You look like this. Okay, like that. Got it. Alright, let's play the Steve Vai one, and then I'll stop nuking my VOD into oblivion. I will say, as long as there's not a music video, YouTube doesn't seem to, like, ban my videos from showing up. Hold on. Did I just say YouTube normally that one time? Guys, you heard that, right? I said YouTube normally, like, once. I said it completely normally. I realized it after I said it. It's even, I don't know what it is, but sometimes it's even, like, funnier that, like, talking to Yellow Wolf's mom, to me, sounds cooler than talking with Yellow Wolf for some reason. I just like that part. Yeah, I talked with Yellow Wolf's mom. Talking with Yellow Wolf, like, anybody can do that, but not many people can talk with his mom. Only occurred to me when some guys we had from Nashville came up and was like, hey, mom, whoa, whoa. It's taken me a while to accept this, but I do think that Steve Vai is a better one than Joe Satriani, and I know some people will say, excuse me, but I think it's just true. I believe Joe Satriani was a mentor to Steve Vai, but I think he is very clearly the student has surpassed the master in a lot of ways. If you ever listen to his performances. And I was like, Mama Wolf? Because naturally that sounds weird. And he was like, yeah, this is Yellow Wolf's mom? Just like a spunky older woman living her best life. Should have stuck with it and became session musician instead of an IT. Now what do I have to talk about? Hey guys, I saw a cool email today. Fucking lame. What if you got an email from the president? Maybe not like the current president. That would probably still be boring, but like a different, like John F. Kennedy. What if he was still president? That would be a dope email. It's honestly sad that we live in an era where receiving an email from the president could be so lame. Like, if I got an email from Donald Trump or Joe Biden, I would be like, I don't even care. Go away. You're bugging me. Taking up my time. If George Washington emailed me, though, I'd have several questions. But it would still be cooler than these other jabronis. If you give me, like, a few moments, I could find a picture since I was doing backstage work, then by all means. I'll take all the time you need. I'm not going to rush you. For get those pictures out on my desk yesterday. Alright, we are out of music. Alright, well, that part of the VOD is thoroughly destroyed unless I can somehow have talked enough to sort of audio jungle my way into copyright ambivalence. I think I'm gonna have to pin all my hopes on the Crunchwrap Lady being the coolest thing that's ever happened to me. I think she is that. I could definitely make that. I think I could talk to her. And maybe get this thing to work. So you better come through, dude. I need this. I don't know. It might happen. How long has it been? I gotta end stream soon. This is all. I got caught up in the convo. But I will wait for the pictures. For sure. I want to see them pictures. Scroll through thousands of pictures right now. All of your nudes. You don't have to answer that. I shouldn't have said it, honestly. But I did. It's too late. No comment, you're on. Yeah, I think we'll finish this little sketch here, and then I'll wait for the pictures, and then I'll wrap it up. So it's a skosh loud, I think. Just calm down a little bit. Dip. What does this look like? Hold on. Go to his profile. Show me his hair in profile. Do it, coward. Where did I draw it? What, I got one profile shot here and I don't even see his hair? I think I know how I did it in the past, which I think is pretty much just this little shape pronounced more. I've noticed that when I've made this, made more drawings and more drawings of this guy, there's just little design tricks I've sort of integrated into it so that I can more easily just sell what perspective he's in. Like this little hair shape is very useful. Because if he's at like 2/3 shot, I still have it here, and then the ear peeks out behind it. Depending on which side he's facing, so if he was facing the other way, this little hair peak would be over here in front of the ear, and this ear would be, you know, unobstructed here. And if he's just facing like dead on at the camera, here, let me just make this look more like a difference here. Then the hair shape is a little bit like just more straight, and the ears are in front. And then in profile, the hair shape is very pronounced. It like juts out, like as with this over here. So I sort of just incorporated, like, I essentially did what they used to do with Mickey Mouse intentionally, with like the whole reason why they gave him gloves in the first place, is so that you could like more easily tell where the hand was being placed and what actions it was doing. In cartoons, it's like a little element of clarity that I just unintentionally put in. It's just a little jut of hair. It doesn't even really make sense, but it works for the design in terms of clarity, and clarity is the most important thing when making a comic. I've seen comics with very beautifully painted panels, but it's like I can barely tell what action is supposed to be happening, and it's like not even worth the effort at that point. You might as well have just not shaded it that ornately, or done all these crazy lighting effects, because it's actively detracting away, or taking away from, what I can perceive. True, I know, I've seen it so many times where I'm just like, I wish you wouldn't have gone this hard on it. I wish you would have just, like, you know, let my eyes breathe, which is not what eyes do, but, you know, I wish you would give them a chance to do that. We're not on music, are we? No, this video is long as hell. All right. No dice so far. Really need to one organize and to cleanse these albums. Yeah, you know, you need some folders, some collections in your album. You should have one album that's literally just titled Yellow Wolf Mom Pictures. That's what I would have, honestly, for sure. But I will, of course, have them on next stream, because law dictates I find them. Yeah, no worries. If you want to look for them, you know, whenever, and just show them off whenever you get the chance. I would like to see them. But, you know, don't gotta put yourself out for right now, because I do gotta end the stream soon anyway. I think the speech bubble would be better here, actually. So get out of here, dude. Lutan, your B-Day gift has inspired me. I have a thought, and these don't happen often. Okay. Are we gonna know what that thought is? Or is it a secret? A thought secret? In time, alright. Whatever, dude. I don't even care. I'm not even a little bit upset that you said that to me. I don't even care. Not even a little bit. Nope. Not even angry. Not even a little bit angry. I do have a photo of a Billy Strings tarot card table that was backstage. What is going on with all these crazy stories? A tarot card table backstage? What a tease, I know. Alright, I'll go here. Permasmut. Ooh. Oh my god. What are these freaking... Look at all these gemstones here. Was that opal? No, there's no opal here. That's like the worst. There's like literally not a single thing on that table that looks like opal. Well, I guess the one on like the left center there. I realize I could bring this up on stream. Hold on. There we go. This could be opal. Maybe. This could be opal right here. This is dope though. Tarot guidebook. Is this a man? That looks like a dude. I just didn't want to get booba on stream, you know? Because Twitch is weird. Even if it's drawn. Look at these chairs. This is some nice, like, I don't normally, like, metal chairs are usually kind of whatever, but these are like some nice metal chairs here. With like this sort of netted material. I'm focusing on the wrong things here. Anyway. That looks wild. It does look pretty nuts. I didn't realize he would have been into tarot. Especially just having one backstage, you know? Anyway. In terms of the stream, thank you all for stopping by. Proof, thank you for the pictures. I'm curious to see more about those. Very cool stuff there. Swan, happy birthday, obviously. Needs to be said. We said it a million times earlier today, but I'm gonna say it again. Steak, we will contact Lois Carson, or I will anyway. Do not even worry about it. And I'll be streaming more tomorrow on my second day off this week. Better all happy B-Day against Swan. Try to arrange something for you. Oh no. That's like a King Bat mod level statement. A level of ominous there. And Swan, if you do start playing Monster Hunter at a reasonable hour, just let me know. Alright, you know I'd be down for that, but if it's not feasible, don't worry about it. I'll put them all in like an open drive and just batch share them? Yeah, just airdrop them. I live in constant fear. I'm not gonna end the stream on this song. I hate this song. It's not even bad, I just don't like it. Alright, there we go. As you should. Alright. And yeah, thank you all for stopping by. I'll do more of this, whatever this is. Next time, tomorrow, hopefully with less of my starting soon screen taking up my entire stream for like half an hour. And bye-bye.